My first speech, literally, I can't even.
OMG. So the other day I was talking to my BFF Queen and she said the most random thing and it was so funny that I literally died. Okay. I know some of you are probably thinking, ugh, she's one of those. A Kardashian-quoting, clueless-loving, Valley Girl wannabe who's going to stand here and use the word like between every other syllable. You think I'm ruining the English language. You think I'm getting it all wrong. Believe me, I've heard it all before. Take my use of the word literally. Clearly, I'm standing here, so I didn't literally die. And often, when I use this word in this way, I'll be ridiculed by my know-it-all friends who say, that's not proper grammar, and you're speaking incorrectly. The thing is that's not true. According to CNN, the rules have been changed. Several dictionaries now have an alternate definition for the word literally, and that definition says it can be used to mean figuratively, as in the opposite. And literally isn't the only example. Many of you have seen the movie Legally Blonde. There's a scene in that movie where Elle Woods, played by Reese Witherspoon, runs into her old school boyfriend during the first day of Harvard Law. You got into Harvard Law, he says with disbelief. What? She responds. Like it's hard? Just like I'm not wrong when I say literally, Elle Woods isn't wrong when she says like. The word like is now acceptable when used in a sentence for emphasis rather than comparison, according to Webster's New World College Dictionary, 4th edition. What many people don't understand is that not only am I, and Elle Woods, and Kim Kardashian, and many other my generation not wrong, we're actually trendsetters on the cutting edge of the English language. According to the New York Times, quote, girls and women in their teens and 20s deserve credit for pioneering vocal trends and popular slang, end quote. In fact, the story notes that young women use these embellishments in much more sophisticated ways than people tend to realize. Carmen Fott, a professor of linguistics at Pitzer College in Claremont, California, says that the ability millennial women have to transform the language is basically a superpower. Quote, the truth is, young women take linguistic features and use them as power tools for building relationships. End quote. Now, you might be thinking, why young women and not young men? Mark Lieberman, a linguistic professor at the University of Pennsylvania, says women tend to be half a generation ahead of men when it comes to moving the language forward. Other research says women are a full generation ahead. Some people believe this is because women are more social than men are. Others say it's because women have more freedom to speak flamboyantly or with expression. I say we're drama queens. Teenage drama queens, if you will. Teenagers have always been known to invent new words and use them to show ourselves to be different than our parents. We were the ones who came up with the word groovy in the 1970s and the word gnarly in the 1980s. Changing the language is a way of asserting our independence. That's why, for us, texting is not only a verb, it's a whole new category of language. IDK, my BFF Jill, is not just a line from an advertisement. It is an example of how we actually communicate. So the next time you hear that something is so random, or that someone is bae, or when you hear a girl scream, "Illy!" down the hall, take a minute. And before you point out how wrong that is, maybe you should check the dictionary. And that I do mean literally. Thank you.